Yo, what's up? Check it out. 50 Cent is once again in a feud with his ex-girlfriend, Vivica Fox. Now, many of you guys may remember her from back in the day when those two were dating. I think it's probably about 15 years ago or so at this point. And she is greenlighting and trying to launch a story called The First Lady of BMF, the Tonesha Welch story. Now, 50 Cent, rightfully so, has spoken out about this, and he's saying, like, what the fuck is this? This should be, if anything, called the story of 263. Now, you've heard many people like Dexter Sosa Hussey, who came on Vlad TV, and he mentioned that she was involved with Terry and Southwest T. And after Big Meech of BMF and Southwest T, who were brothers, after they fell out, they formed two factions. Big Meech kept BMF, and Southwest T kept 263, or he started 263 rather. Now, when he started this, Tonesha Welch, who was his girlfriend, she was involved in that. And so 50 is asking him, like, hey, after I went over here, I went to these jails, I pioneered this campaign to form this into a show. Now, this show just completed its second season, and it's doing well, has good ratings. I sent Little Meech to acting school. Now you're trying to come over here and eat off of my plate and sort of steal some of my shine away from the project that I'm doing. All the while, if the truth be told, Tonesha was more involved with Terry than she was with the Meech. And when we do the story, we have to involve Southwest T because, they brothers, they started it together. They're from the same struggle. But Tonesha feels that she should be a bigger part of the story than what she actually is. And I think that 50 probably cut down some of her role in a BMF TV show. That character, Markeisha, who's played by Lala Anthony, that is supposed to be a fictional adaptation of the Tonesha Welch's character. However, in interviews that she's done, she goes by the moniker of First Lady of BMF. When reality, many people have spoken out and said, hey, she's 263. So 50 Cent has even asked Southwest, like, yo, basically get your chick, man. What is she doing? Because she's directly undercutting him. But not only is she undercutting 50 Cent with the telling of this story, but she's also undercutting her ex-boyfriend or her whatever Southwest T is to occur to me. She's undercutting that by trying to take shine away from what it is that he's done. Now, is the portrayal of the Markeisha character in the show, is that 100% real? I would say no. I would say that I don't think that portrayal is 100% real. However, when viewers like myself and others are tuning in to watch the show, I've read comments actively, and I've never heard anybody say, oh my God, we need the Tonesha Welch story, right? And so right now, you are starting to see a lot of these piggyback efforts where last week I covered a story on Suge Knight. And in the Suge Knight story, there was, he's getting his own TV show. But essentially, we've seen the Suge story. We've heard the Suge story. Likewise with Tonesha Welch. She has the BMF story. However, her parts, however big she might make him appear to be, the story could likely be told without her. And it was a girlfriend that was there, and hey, Terry showered her with gifts and stuff like that. Like, it's not really that interesting to talk about the girlfriend that received the gifts from the drug dealer boyfriend. Now, I'm pretty sure the way that they're flipped the show is trying to make it seem like she was more involved and she's the one who made those two kind of boss up and things like that. But listen, I think that the way that 50 Cent portrayed it on the last season of BMF, I think that it is likely pretty accurate. She herself in Vlad TV interviews have admitted to being married to a guy. I think his name was Harold, and she left Harold for Southwest T. But hey, he wasn't a broke dude. He was on the come up, and so that's not really diplomatic. You leave your husband for somebody else. Hey, he was beating on me and all of that. We don't want to hear that shit. Hey, this the nigga that you chose. But listen, 50 Cent kind of blasts his ex-girlfriend, Vivica Fox, for trying to come in and basically leech and piggyback off of him after the cause of their breakup really was she had a publicist that was saying, get away from him. That's not a good look. You don't really want to be associated. And 50 got fed up dealing with it and just broke it off. However, with him breaking it off, he broke it off because of her people, right? Now she's coming back all these years later, and her career has basically become a joke to where she's doing, a bunch of Lifetime movies that you could do without, to be quite honest. So she's trying to piggyback and co-op some of his hustle, some of his fame to do her own thing. So now, former TV judge Greg Mathis has came out and said, hey, I know her. She from the streets of Detroit. I'm from the streets of Detroit. You making your paper. Let us eat. But on this one, I'm going to have to side with 50. 50, the BMF story has been around, right? We've heard the details of it, and it's cool. But more or less, with the BMF story, the biggest piece is that the story is relevant because of 50's work, okay? And the story is where it is now because of 50. Yet now I know that people like Al Prophet and DJ Vlad have interviewed several of the people who were related to it, and that's fine. But people telling interviews is different than a visual adaptation to what the stories are. Those two things are vastly different. And 50 has the right to be upset about it. But no further ado, go ahead and check out these things.
So she'll always say, if you listen to her, she'll say, I would have been private.
Yeah, she wouldn't have had as many people in y'all's business.
Right, because when it got so uncomfortable with everybody else, like when you get pushed and pulled in different directions without it being even her decision.
Right.
Her publicist to say, do this. This person is, you do this, and and you go, okay, all right.
You've been critical of us, our movie, First Lady of BMF. Man, you my guy. Let Tonesha eat. First Lady of BMF. I know Lala's doing a hell of a job, but y'all haven't given any, y'all haven't fed Tony. First Lady of BMF. Terry's girl for many decades, Southwest T. I'm from Detroit. They're from Detroit. That's how I'm involved. These are Detroiters, man. We cut from the same cloth. I just got out of the street 10 years earlier than you. Respect you, man. I respect your work. Now let us get some money, man. Good luck on all your endeavors. You're doing a hell of a job. Now let us get some of the money with you, particularly Tonesha Welch, the First Lady of BMF. That's why I'm doing it, because she's a home girl and we from the same cloth. Stay strong, brother. Respect you, but stop it. Stop.
Ultimately, I'll say this. This Tonesha Welch character has been involved in TV shows like the BMF Wives reality show. She's been on American Gangster. She's been on Notorious Queens. She's been in a few of these different housewives type of shows. And when she get involved in these shows, she's not actually catching fire. Meaning, if they put you out in front of the stars or they put you out in front of people and you have a platform of which folks can view you, if you're somebody that folks are intrigued by, particularly in today's day and age, your story will catch fire. But after she's been involved in these different shows, nobody still has came and said, yo, let's do a story. So up until now, I'll say that, up until now, and the folks who are involved in wanting to do this story, they are directly connected to 50. And so in a sense, he's right to feel that, folks are basically trying to piggyback off of his work in developing this thought process and forming this into an actual full-fledged show that has legs and can stand on its own. So, 50, I side with 50 on this one. But listen, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning into the Opinionated News Network, man. I'm out.